What if the thing that upsets you most only has power because you give it power? What if anger isn't forced on you, but invited? Think about that for a moment. Most people never do. There was a man who believed the world was against him. Every word felt like an attack. Every delay felt personal. Every small mistake felt disrespectful. His name was Daniel. Daniel lived in a quiet edge-of-town neighborhood. Rich, not poor, just ordinary. He worked a dull office job with the same desk, the same screen, and the same tasks every day. Emails filled his mornings, numbers filled his evenings. He woke up tired and came home tense. Anger followed him everywhere, like a shadow he couldn't shake. If his tea was cold, he complained. If traffic slowed, he cursed. If his phone buzzed late, his mood collapsed. He felt surrounded by idiots, or at least that's what he told himself. At home, his wife Mira moved carefully around him. She spoke softly and chose her words slowly. She tried not to trigger him, but sometimes she failed. If she forgot groceries, he snapped. If dinner was late, he raised his voice. He always said the same things. People should know better. It's not my fault. They push me. One evening, Mira asked him a simple question. Why do you let small things control you? Daniel scoffed and shook his head. I don't let them, he said. They force me. He truly believed that. He believed anger came from outside, and he never saw his own hand holding it. Daniel had a routine. Wake up, rush, work, complain, come home, scroll. Sleep badly. Repeat. The days felt heavy, and the weeks blurred together. Then something small happened, but it changed everything. One hot afternoon, Daniel was fixing a loose gate outside his house. Sweat dripped into his eyes, and his patience was thin. Nearby, a neighbor's daughter rode her bicycle up and down the street. She lost control for a second. The bike hit the gate. The hinge snapped. Daniel exploded before he could think. He yelled so loud the street went silent. The girl froze, her eyes filling with tears, and then she ran home crying. Daniel stood there shaking, his chest burning, his throat hurt. The gate was broken, but so was something else. That night he couldn't sleep. He replayed the moment again and again, the fear on the girl's face, the silence after, the empty feeling in his chest. He whispered to himself, why do I feel worse every time? He had no answer. Before sunrise, Daniel left the house. He walked without direction, just putting one foot in front of the other. At the far end of town was a small park. Old benches lined dusty paths, and a large fig tree stood in the center. Under it sat an old man. The man wore simple clothes and sat with a calm posture, eyes closed. Daniel had seen him before. People said he listened more than he spoke. Daniel stood there awkwardly for a while. Minutes passed. Finally, the old man opened his eyes and smiled gently. Sit, he said. Daniel sat down, and the words spilled out. I get angry all the time. People push me. I can't stop it. The old man nodded slowly. How long does your anger stay? Daniel thought for a moment. Sometimes hours, sometimes days, and when it leaves, the old man asked. Daniel swallowed. I feel tired, hollow. The old man picked up a small pebble and dropped it into a nearby pond. Ripples spread across the surface, and the water blurred. You see, he said, the water didn't ask for the stone, but it still suffered. Daniel frowned. So what should I do? Let people walk over me? The old man shook his head. No, learn the pause, he said. Learn this one rule. Daniel hesitated. The man continued. When something angers you, wait 10 breaths. Do nothing else. No words, no action. Just breathe. Daniel almost laughed. 10 breaths. Was that it? Felt too simple, he thought, but told himself to practice it anyway. The old man added one more thing. Anger is an offer. You decide whether to accept it. Then, the old man asked Daniel to bring a bottle half filled with water from a nearby bench. Daniel felt confused, but curious, and did as he was told. I put sand in the bottle and shake the bottle so hard the sand is mixed, said the old man. Can you see through the water? Daniel replied. Of course not. It's too muddy. The old man smiled. That's anger. When emotions boil, can't see things clearly, and you can't think in the right direction. The sand makes the water dirty. That's your mind when you react. He puts the bottle on the bench. After a while, the sand settled and the water became clear again. "This," said the old man, "is what happens when you stop reacting. Your mind settles. You see life clearly again." Daniel sat silently. He realized all these years he had been seeing the world unclear. For the next few days, Daniel practiced staying calm. When someone annoyed him, he took a deep breath and remembered the old man's words. "Step aside. Don't catch the dirt." At first, it was hard. His old habits fought back. The next day, traffic stalled. Someone cut him off, and his horn blasted before he thought. Then he stopped and took 10 breaths. His grip loosened, and he laughed quietly at himself. Not proud, just aware. Some days he failed. He shouted and snapped, but he noticed it sooner now. The recovery came faster, and that was new. One morning, Myra dropped a glass in the kitchen. It shattered on the floor, and she froze, waiting. Daniel opened his mouth, then closed it. 10 breaths. He picked up a broom. "It's okay," he said. Smira stared at him. That moment mattered more than he knew. Life kept testing him. One evening, as Daniel walked through the town market, some young men mocked him. "Look, the angry man has become a saint." They laughed. Daniel felt the heat rise again. His fists tightened. His mind screamed, "Show them who you are." But then he heard the old man's voice in his head. "When you react, you give your power away." Daniel stopped walking, smiled, and said, "You're right. I used to get angry, but now I'm learning something better." His calmness confused them. When they asked, "How can you stay calm when we insult you?" Daniel replied, "When someone offers you poison, you don't have to drink it." The group fell silent. Daniel walked away with peace in his heart. Weeks passed. Daniel returned to the park. The old man was there. Daniel thanked him. "I still get angry," he said, "but it doesn't own me." The old man smiled. "Good storms still come, but now you have shelter." Months passed. Daniel's routine changed. Same job, same desk, but a different mind. He kept the one rule he learned and practiced. 10 breaths. Anger still knocked, but now it waited outside. One evening, Daniel fixed the gate again. The neighbor's daughter passed by and waved. He waved back. The gate stood firm, and so did he. Anger did not disappear, but it lost control, and that changed everything. Here is the lesson. You cannot stop people from testing you, but you can stop reacting without thought. Anger only wins when you grab it. Pause, breathe, choose. If this story helped you, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more quiet lessons. Thanks for watching.